Hey guys, it's Rose with another Rosy Concepts video. This month we've been listening to Melodrama by Lorde, one of my favorites ever. And if you've read the album review, you know that this album for me is all about vocals. So, in the spirit of quality vocal recording, I'm going to show you guys what plosives are and how to combat them. Alright, so plosives. What are they? Plosives is a term for when we're speaking and we suddenly stop the flow of air with our lips or teeth somehow and then quickly release that air right after. What happens is a lot of air comes out at once, which, when you're recording, causes the mic to make this sound. It's not a good sound when you're recording. Plosive letters include P, T, K, D, G, and B. Every time we say them, that's a plosive. So, how do we get rid of them? The first way I'm going to show you is a windscreen. It's what I use, and it's pretty common in live settings. It comes in handy when the mic's going to be moved around a lot, like at a concert, and it helps when filming, like in the news, because it looks a lot more natural. The next way I'm going to show you is the best, most common way to combat plosives in a studio setting. It's a pop filter. Pop filters can range anywhere from $5 at Walmart to $60 for a high-end one, but the main component is this mesh fabric or metal that stops the air from overloading the mic. I'll show you how to put one on. They're pretty simple. You just stick this part onto the mic stand and screw it into place to keep it steady. Then you can do some more fine adjustments to get the pop filter in the right place. You can experiment with where you think the pop filter sounds best, and maybe you'll find something really unique or different. It's not an exact science. You can also use it if you have an artist who's eating the mic as a physical reference to help them back off. So that's how to use a pop filter. You could even use 2 pop filters at once if you had an artist with really intense plosives, or you could buy a double pop filter, which has 2 mesh filters attached to the same mechanism. The next way to deal with plosives, which is definitely a little bit less professional, but it'll get the job done, is Kleenex. Yep, Kleenex. You take a few tissues and you tape them around the outside of the mic. It probably won't get rid of plosives entirely, but if you could get the artist to be a little bit more careful, it could at least yield a more listenable recording. You can also use that method in conjunction with the next method. I've also had to use this method before, which it can be a bit difficult for the artist to get it exactly right, but it'll definitely get the job done. The way it works is every time you know you're about to say a plosive letter, you move the microphone or your head slightly, like this. Goodbye, plosives. It moves the microphone slightly off axis with the sound and keeps it from overloading anything. If you want a professional sound, plosives are going to make that impossible. When we hear Lorde singing on Melodrama, you can tell that there would be plosives everywhere if it wasn't for the engineering. So go get yourself a pop filter. Or, hey, maybe you don't have $10 to spare. No judgment, but you can at least try a few different ways to try and reduce those sounds when recording. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any other ideas on how to combat plosives or better ways to use what I suggested, put them in the comments. That way we can all learn how to better craft that professional sound. I'll see you guys next week with another Rosy Concepts video. See ya!